All right, hey guys, we're gonna do our first race, Waymo versus Tesla FSD in Mad Max mode. There goes the Waymo, and we're gonna race it to Sonora Town, which is 4.5 miles away. Let's see who wins. All right, the Waymo is trying to make a right turn, very slowly and cautiously. That guy's got a nice Model S. I gave him a thumbs up. All right, now we got to make a left onto Motor Avenue. It looks like the Waymo is also making a left. Hopefully we'll have an opportunity to go around it and we don't just get stuck behind it. This is a pretty interesting intersection. A little tough to know when to go. And here we go. All right, the Waymo's ahead of us. We got to catch it. Uh-oh. This guy's slowing us down. And we need to make a right onto Club Drive. Looks like the Waymo is also doing the same. Come on, FSD. We got a race to win. Which might be kind of hard to do if it's just a one-lane road the entire time, but hopefully not. We got some really slow truck. We got an even slower Waymo. Oh, nice slowdown there as the car in the opposing lane went over the line a little bit. I like that. But still keeping up with the Waymo, despite all these other drivers. All right, the Waymo's hanging left, and we're going to hang left too. All right. They seem to be following a pretty similar path, which is interesting. In the past when I've done Waymo versus Tesla comparisons, I've noticed the Waymo making a different turn than the Tesla almost immediately. So I don't know if it's just luck this time that they seem to be following the same route, or if maybe Tesla improved their routing to be smarter or more similar to Waymo's. All right, we got another Tesla cutting in front of me. I wonder if they're using FSD. We got a cop. FSD didn't get me pulled over. That's good. All right, this guy better pick it up because I'm trying to win this race. Help a fellow Tesla out here. It's keeping a nice gap so that people can get in and out of the street, which is pretty nice. There is actually an Audi here which wants to turn left in the street, and they actually waved at me to thank me for keeping the street open so they could turn. Little did they know they were actually thanking a piece of software. All right, come on, guys. Can't be losing this race in Mad Max mode. All right, we got a pedestrian getting into their car. FSD 14 offsetted nicely. We got a Model S, we got a Lucid. Still got the Waymo in our sights. Yeah. Mad Max is quick enough that it's able to keep up with the Waymo, even as we get stuck behind all this other traffic. It's always catching up to the Waymo, even though we've basically been on single lane roads the entire time. Now I'm hoping once we get into a multi-lane road, it actually has the opportunity to pass the Waymo and get ahead in this race. Alright, now we're going to hang left onto Bagley Avenue. Looks like the Waymo's doing the same. Oh, looks like they decided to take different routes. Interesting. There's a dip here. Very nice slowdown for that dip. FSD 14 is way better at handling dips in the road, which is great. Alright, now's our opportunity to get in front of that Waymo. Let's go, FSD. Show us what you got. See if we can maybe pull up on the map where the Waymo is. I'll keep an eye on that since we can't see it anymore. If I'd known we were going to do this in advance, I would have put a camera in the Waymo too, but kind of just did it spur of the moment. But we'll have another video where we get the perspective of both the Waymo and the Tesla. Alright, now we're going to turn onto Robertson Boulevard. We've got no traffic light here and a lot of traffic. This can potentially be a tough place to make a left turn. Definitely got a lot of traffic coming from the other side. We got some people turning and driving on this street as well. Yeah, this is going to be a tough street to turn left onto. I'm guessing that's probably why the Waymo chose to go a different way. And now we got a ton of traffic coming. Hopefully I don't lose the race over this. And there we go. Nicely done, Tesla. Nicely done. Yeah. There we go. That's how you win the race. We don't stop for no yellows. Waymo does. Man, this Mad Max mode really is quick. It's great. Next, we're going to be turning right onto Airdrome Street in a quarter of a mile. And here's Airdrome Street. We're going to turn right. There we go. Nice tight right turn. And next we're going to be turning left onto Fairfax Avenue in just under a mile. Still a full NHTSA approved stop down to 0, even in Mad Max mode. It did actually pick a pretty good route with not too much traffic, which is nice. It is 5:20 right now, so most of the streets are pretty packed. And the Waymo says it's 13 minutes to drop off. Our car says 10 minutes to drop off. A lot of stop signs here. Okay. A little bit of braking there as it saw some of the other cars approaching the intersection. Maybe a little excessive, but good to be cautious. And we're finally moving. I just got a text from my friend in the Waymo. Yeah, this is way worse. It is very key W, like a robot. What does key W mean? I don't know. I guess we'll get his take when we pick him up at the destination. And we're getting close to Fairfax Avenue in a quarter of a mile here. Just have to handle 10 more stop signs probably, and then we'll get there. The Waymo's now saying 9 minutes until drop off, while the Tesla's saying 7 minutes until drop off. And here we are at Fairfax Avenue. We're going to make a left turn here once the light turns green. All right, now we got to make a left turn, but there is no left turn arrow. So we need to take the opportunity. The car is a little bit unsure about whether it can turn left or not. It was worried some cars might be coming, but I guess everybody was turning left and nobody was going through. So after hesitating a little bit, it did actually make it through. But in a race like this, we can't afford any hesitation. We got to beat the Waymo. All right, we're hanging right here on Fairfax Avenue. All right, let's go, Tesla. Come on. We're getting close to the finish line, less than a mile away. That's 4 minutes of driving. And we're going to make a left turn at the traffic light up ahead. Okay, looks like it's all clear. We can make a left. And we're in the home stretch here. The Waymo's projecting 5 minutes and we are projecting 2 minutes. And up ahead, we're going to be turning right onto San Vicente Boulevard, which is where the destination is. There's San Vicente. Getting in a good position to turn right. And perfect. Now let's get to the finish line. We got a truck. Really? We're gonna sit behind this truck? I guess it decided we have to turn right just up ahead, so... Oh, good, it's going around the truck. Yeah, we don't have time to lose. We're trying to beat the Waymo here. But we do have to turn into the destination in just a quarter mile, so it's got to get back over to the right side very quickly here. There we go. That's the kind of move that wins us a race. You love to see it. And there's the destination right here. We're backing into the spot. And we're parked. Start a stopwatch. All right, so we're starting a stopwatch on the iPhone. Let's see how long it takes before the Waymo gets here. Meanwhile, maybe we can watch some TV while we wait. Let's see what TBPN has to say today.
At Forbes,
but it's legacy new media,
and obviously Bloomberg with Ashley Vance. If you were working with the legacy media, you didn't jump ship in the 90s. You didn't jump ship in the 2000s. You didn't jump ship in the 2010s. You rode it all out.
The mid 2020s.
And then the mid 2020s, you were like, okay, this legacy media thing isn't working for me anymore. I got to go out.
That's where we get Ashley Vance and Bloomberg here. So this is kind of crossover.
Yes. But the Free Press, Barry left the New York Times famously, a crazy dust up, and that was in the post legacy media era.
right before that started. Yeah.
Exactly.
So she used to be in the new media bucket.
Yes.
But now she sits in the legacy new media.
And that's because there's a whole new wave of new media. And so Andreessen Horowitz is leading the charge here. They have a team that is just called New Media, which of course asks the question, what were they doing before?
Which was their marketing team.
Yes. So they were doing media. It's not like they just started doing media. No, they just started doing new media. Their old media is now known as legacy new media. And so legacy new media also includes The Information, BuzzFeed, Wired, Vice, organizations that came out and said, we are going to be doing the new media thing, but they said that a decade ago, and so now it's a little bit legacy. Then you also have, of course, alt media. Vice kind of bridges these two gaps. You have the trappings of a new media organization, but with a little sharper edge. Over here you get into the dark media
zone.
You get the Sam Hyde, the Curtis Yarvins, the Passage Press, of course. We still haven't figured out where Feed Me goes.
We'll do that at the end.
Do this at the end, but we can move over to
neo-alt
media.
You have the Adam Friedlands.
Yes. So you still have some of the edginess, some of the rebel spirit of your Vice magazines, your Red Scares, but obviously newer media products launched more recently. Then you also have new media with the NU. That, of course, is media that covers new metal. So anyone who's, if you're writing a blog about Limp Bizkit or POD or Slipknot,
that obviously goes in the new media
So if you were to build kind of like the Free Press for Korn fans. You would go in new media, NU, not NEW media.
And of course, we have to talk about the post.
All right, looks like the Waymo's showing up now.
Chapo Trap.
We learned quite a bit
in there.
while we were waiting about the media. And here it comes, hopefully. It's been about 3 minutes since we got here and parked. Oh, and here it comes. So let's go ahead, and as soon as it stops, we will stop our stopwatch. Where is it going? Is it leaving the parking lot? Let me tell it to pull over from my app. What the hell? Why did it leave? It was here. Huh? Where is it going? Okay, well, I'll stop the timer. So 4 minutes and 24 seconds. The Tesla got here in 4 minutes and 24 seconds faster than the Waymo. So think about this. We saw the Tesla and the Waymo driving side by side. The Waymo, with all its sensors and everything, people are trying to make the case that it's so much better than Tesla. But Tesla's doing the exact same thing. It's doing it without all the sensors on an ordinary car. And it actually got there 4.5 minutes faster. I don't think people realize just how good Tesla self-driving technology has gotten. It's legitimately better than the Waymo. I'm interested to get my friend's thoughts. It was his first time riding in a Waymo. So I'd love to hear what he thinks. Hopefully he didn't get lost, though. Let's see. Let me send him my pin. That was very odd. Okay, there he is. He found us. And I'm excited to hear what he thinks.
When did you get here?
4.5 minutes before you did. You kind of just drove right past us.
I don't know where it was going. I
Yeah.
kind of like, okay.
So what'd you think of your first Waymo ride?
Honestly, not good.
Really?
I don't know how much of it has to do with the fact I was sitting in the back. I think sitting in the back has a worse riding experience in a Tesla too.
Huh.
But you just
You can sit in the front of a Waymo though.
I didn't think of it, but I also didn't know whether you could.
Yeah.
But you felt definitely. It definitely felt very jerky.
Yeah.
Like
Compared to the Tesla, yeah.
It's not very, just like it's always there. It's not very, but it's
Yeah. It's a little robotic.
It's a little robotic, right? You know, and it definitely does not make the decisive kind of moves and maneuvers.
Yeah.
It's sort of robotic and safer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I can see how
More conservative.
I
Yeah.
can see someone who is used to a shitty ride is being very impressed by it.
Yeah. True.
Like if you are used to a pretty like sort of mediocre like Uber driver who is, you know, like I think that's it delivers a mediocre Uber experience.
Well, I mean, to give them some credit, you know, they are driving through LA without any driver.
Exactly.
But yeah, I do think the driving feels so much more human on the Tesla.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it was horrible, but you definitely back to back that you notice the difference.
Totally.
Yeah.
All right. There's
Cool.
our first race. We'll make some more comparison videos for you later.